distinct style of intricate hand-drawn artwork, Cy Scott has built an exciting and vibrant portfolio with an impressive client list. Do you think computers are relied on too much in design?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people, use computers as a means to an end rather than, if they can't create something on the computer, they won't do it. It's like the amount of students that I do quite a few lecturing days and stuff, and the amount of people that say things like, "Oh, I couldn't figure out how to do it on the computer, so I did it this way." And it's like, well, why don't you just find some? There's a million ways of doing it. Computers only been around in design for 20 years, if that. I don't know. So there's definitely ways of doing things without, and I think that's how I kind of started doing the kind of work I'm doing now.
Many admire your style and try to replicate it. Who did you admire at university and perhaps still do?
I take staff on, but quite happy the work doing. I'm a bit of a control freak, and I kind of like, the only thing I've got to worry about is me, without sounding selfish, me, and I've got a living workspace, and I don't have massive overheads. I don't drive. I've always lived in cities, and I don't need loads of money really. And I treat every job the same really, no matter if it's a tiny, no money job to the big advertiser. I always try and do the best you can for each client. No client's bigger or smaller than another. It's like I got a bit of a telling off by my New York agent. There's a magazine, I can't remember what it's called, there's a magazine over there, but I guess it's the equivalent of what Smash Hits used to be. And it's like, designers are like, I think they get a bit like, I just want to do cool stuff. And I thought, well, I don't really care. It was a nice brief and quite a nice job to do. So I just thought, I'll do it. And I got a bit of a telling off because they were like, oh, there's a lot cooler magazines you can be working for. And it's like, well, I know there is, but what's wrong with 14-year-olds, you know? It's like, 14-year-olds are into design and stuff, and I don't think stuff, obviously there's some jobs that I just go, I don't want to do that. But I think it's not, especially with the economic climate, I do work for Coca-Cola and people like McDonald's, who everybody knows pretty much shit on third world countries. So it's like, well, why is that cool working for them and then not working for a little magazine? So I'm a hypocrite because I've done work for Coke, but I know exactly what they do and who they are. And I was a bit gutted actually. I did a job for Gap, and it's called Red. I think something to do with Bono, and it's all about raising money for the third world, famine in Africa. And then about a week after I'd done it, there was quite a few artists asked to do it. And I found there was something on the news and magazines that they'd been dumping all their toxic waste in rivers in Africa. And this job was supposed to raise money. It's just like, well, there's always shit buried under the carpet, so to speak, and it's just the way of the world, I guess.
Has the current economic climate made a difference to your business or the way you follow out a brief?
No, not really. Obviously, when it first started, I remember not Christmas just gone, the Christmas before, when it was all kicking off, saying there's going to be a massive recession. It was a bit like, because they always say the first thing that hits the creative industry, I guess, but I think the best creative stuff comes from struggle. If you look at the best bands, it's like the Beatles and stuff like that, when they first started, they're from working class backgrounds, and the best art, music, film, whatever, the creativity comes from struggle. It always makes people aspire to, it's like when people, it happens so many times, apart from the Beatles obviously, but certain bands that are great when they first come out, and then obviously they make loads of money, and it's just like a downward slope, because they've got this life of Riley, and it's like going out, getting off their heads and partying all the time. It's like the last thing on the mind's probably writing an album, so it becomes a bit of an afterthought. I think I get asked quite a lot, would I expand my company and take staff on? But quite happy the work doing. I'm a bit of a control freak, and I kind of like, the only thing I've got to worry about is me, without sounding selfish, me, and I've got a living workspace, and I don't have massive overheads. I don't drive. I've always lived in cities, and I don't need loads of money really. And I treat every job the same really, no matter if it's a tiny, no money job to the big advertiser. I always try and do the best you can for each client. No client's bigger or smaller than another. And this has been my best year. So I think if you just keep doing your work and get on with it and do, I think mediocre work attracts mediocre work. If you try and push yourself and do better and better, you're going to attract better jobs.
What makes a good graphic designer, and what do you look for in hiring?
I think for me, graphic design's, someone said to me, the difference between you and a lot of different graphic designers and illustrators, etc., is you can tell you design from the heart, and there's a lot of passion goes into it and time, and a lot of designers design from the head. And it's, for me, it's when people say it's all about the idea, and yeah, there's got to be an idea, but I think if we're not making things look good, what are we doing? It's kind of that fine balance, and I think someone's got to have a lot, be into it and not just be. I've said it so many times. I've asked the question to students, why do you want to be a designer? And I guess it's kind of viewed as a cool job to do, and there's that many people want to do it. But the myth is that you earn loads of money. You're gonna make a fortune. It's like, well, maybe, but it's very rare that you make an absolute fortune. You've just got to keep plugging away at it. So I think I meet so many students are so passionate about it, and they might not be the best, but that comes with time. Do you know what I mean? And they're the students that I really like speaking to, and people I like speaking to are just so into it, and you can tell, and it's not calculated. It's like just something they do.
Is there anyone you would like to work with, or a project you would like to work on?
When I first left college, and I worked for small design companies and stuff like that, I gradually over the years made a list of people I wanted to work for, and I don't mean to sound big-headed, but literally over the last 3-4 years, I've kind of ticked every single one in a way, and but I'm never not satisfied. I'm satisfied, but I'm always wanting. I'm never 100% happy with anything. I think that's where I keep trying to do better and better. And I think one thing that I would like to do more with is sort of high-end fashion stuff. I really like. I don't like the high-end fashion clothes that much, but I like the way they advertise and the really clean, slick sort of imagery. And
what advice would you give to students at the university upon leaving and entering the industry?
Make a nuisance of yourself. Just go see as many people as you can with your book. Keep doing your work, and if it means getting a job in a shop or something, or just so you can pay your way and keep going, just keep doing your work and just be yourself, really. I think it's just making a nuisance of yourself. Just get in and see as many people as you can, and when you get in and see that person, ask them, do you know of anyone else who'd be interested? So you gradually build up don't just go see them once and never contact them again, just keep sending stuff. Rather than send an email, make a little book of your work so they've got something. That's what I kind of did, rather than, well, I didn't know how to use a computer, so I did, but I didn't even know how to make a PDF of my work or anything. So it was like, well, I think it's done me in good stead though, actually sending little packs of my work out and stuff like that.